The average UK citizen has savings of £9,633.30. And the question is, how can you use that to change your financial situation? In this video, I'm going to show you how. Welcome to the home of Rent to Rent 2.0, the art of cash flowing property you don't own. And if you're brand new to the channel, what I specialize in is cash flowing properties we don't own, reinvesting that into money that we do own so that you're out of the rat race and you technically never have to work again. So if that sounds good, you're in the right place, hit the subscribe button. There's a lot of information about what to do with 25 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, etc. But what about you? If you're sat there with, more or less 10 grand, what can you do? Because for me, this is the danger zone because it's not enough money to do something significant in terms of property investment. All right, but it's still a lot of money. And what you don't want to do is, replace your car brakes, go on a holiday, join your friend on a stag do. And before you know it, that whittles right down and you have no savings at all. So what I want you to do now is I want you to secure that investment. I want you to add to it. And I'm going to show you how to really get financially independent through properties you don't own. So this is one of my rent to serviced accommodation units. It cash flows around £1,000 every single month. And the good news is, if you've got around 10 grand, give or take, you can do 2 of these, which means you could be generating an extra 2 grand a month. Super, super simple. But before we get into all that sexy stuff, there's a few fundamental financial things I would be doing if I was you right now. The first thing is, you need to find a way to add to that 9,63330 every single month. So let's say you're earning 2 grand a month and your fixed costs are 1,500 quid and you've got 500 for your luxuries, all right? You want to be spending 400 of it and then saving 100 of it every single month. Now I know what it's like. You start getting gassed up. You think, yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna go and eat out and I'm gonna do this. And before you know it, you find yourself in the overdraft every single month. You don't wanna do that. What you wanna do is as soon as the money lands into your account from your job or whatever, you wanna automatically set up a standing order so it goes straight to your savings account and it's automatic. So that's the first thing you wanna do. The second thing you'll want to do is look at ways that you currently can make a bit more money or spend a little less. So hopefully you can save more than 100, more like 200 or 300. So if all you do is listen to my last little tip, okay, which wasn't financial advice, but let's face it, how wrong can you go by saving 100 quid every month? Then you're gonna be in a good place. And if you find a way to save 250, 300 a month, in 12 months time, your 9 is gonna be more like 12 or even £13,000. So well done, you're increasing your savings. Now, once you've done those good money habits, now it's time to see what I would do next. So me, being the king of rent to rent, of course, I would set up a rent to rent business. And in order to do that, you would want to invest around £500. It shouldn't cost you much more. And if you want to know how to do that, I've got lots of videos on how to set up a rent to rent video. Just search on the channel. Now, we've got the foundations and we've cleaned things up. Now it's time to do the sexy stuff. So, if you was looking to buy a property like this, you'd be looking at needing 70, 80, maybe even £90,000. So, sorry, you can't do that. But this property, as I said earlier, it actually only cost me £5,000. So once you're set up, I would do the first rent to rent deal. Let's budget 5 grand for it and add an extra £1,000 a month to your recurring income. Now I know what you're thinking, Simon, it's not that easy. You're making it sound like it's not get rich quick. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm telling you the roadmap for you changing your situation and then you've got to walk the path. But the good news is I've got over 300 free videos on this channel which show you every single step. So binge them, subscribe, and you can make this stuff happen. But essentially, if you think about it, what's gonna happen is your 10 grand is gonna go down to 5, but then you're earning a grand a month. And if you're saving 250 over there, that's 1250. You're ready to do your second deal quite quickly and you get another grand. So you've got enough for 2 rent to rent deals out of the 10 grand. And now you're really starting to replace your income because 2 rent to rent deals equals 2 grand a month, which means technically you're one deal away from being able to pay your tax and not have to work. Good work. Now, next, it's time to move on. The good news is you've now saving £250 a month from your earned income. You're making £1,000 a month from your first rent to rent deal. Now, if you follow me, just 10 doors down, I've got another rent to rent, which could be your second rent to rent, because this one only cost me £3,000. Let's go check it out. Now, what's really interesting is all these properties are quite new build and they range from 200 to £300,000 to purchase. You'd literally need about 140 grand to buy these properties. And what's even crazier is with recent interest rate spikes, you can actually generate more income from rent to renting the property than you can from owning it. Now, do you know what this is? This is the key to your financial independence, because as soon as you unlock this second property, you replace your income. So this would be your property number 2, also generating an extra grand a month, and it's starting to feel good. But what's interesting is you've now ran out of your £9,633.30, right? But this is the good thing. If you break it down, you're earning £1,000 a month from property 1, £1,000 from property number 2, and you can still be working during this time, so you're also saving £250. So you're generating £2,250. This is what's the maddest thing. If you times that figure by 4, you essentially replace your savings already. And guess what happens in another 4 months? You double your savings. And another 8 months, you double your savings. And that's how you can really start to rock and roll. And if you're anything like me, you want to generate more than your current lifestyle. So why stop there? So what could happen is every 4 months, you'd be in a position to another 2 deals. And this compounds and compounds and compounds. I've done this over 60 times. And then the next step is I then invest that money into assets that I own. So if that sounds good, I would urge you to start right now. Not financial advice, but there's over 300 videos. Check it out. Hit me up on Instagram @SimonSmithOnline, and I'll see you in the next video.